she ruined a gender reveal party, and so I am suing for both the cake and the party.
Okay. And whose gender reveal party was it? Was it yours?
No, it was my daughter's.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I was going to be a first-time grandmother.
Okay, great. That's exciting.
My daughter had struggled for 5 years to conceive, and finally did so through IVF.
Sure.
So this is really a miracle baby for us, and I wanted to go all out and have a party. She wanted a gender reveal.
Okay.
So I got to be the one to know the gender of the baby and ordered a cake at a very highly recommended bakery.
Okay.
And I ordered a gender reveal cake for a boy.
Congratulations to you, Ms. Rottram.
Thank you.
Okay, so in the excitement of all of this, you find out you're having a baby boy as a grandson. You understandably want to celebrate this in a big way, and I think we want to celebrate all babies. So you reach out to Ms. Smith here. Ms. Smith, you own a bakery?
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. You reach out to Ms. Smith. She comes with high recommendations around her bakery to order a gender reveal cake. I assume you wanted it blue or something for the boy?
Blue for boy.
Okay. And let's get to you, Ms. Smith. Is this accurate so far? You own this bakery. You've been in business. You are highly regarded in your industry, I take it?
Thank you. I like to think so.
Okay.
Yes, that is all correct.
Great. And then this woman came into your store, your place of business, and she said, we're doing a gender reveal. I want a sheet cake. We're having a baby boy. We'd like it in blue. Did that happen?
Yes, exactly. And
okay. So where did this whole thing go wrong, ma'am?
Right. Well, we are very happy that she came and she chose us, and we do take this seriously. I believe what went wrong was when she emailed me with 5 different changes over the next 2 weeks, and the last change was 2 days before this event. And any change like that does put kind of like a hitch in our plans, because we have all of our plans already set out, because she's not our only client.
Well, we would hope so.
But none of them involve the color of the cake, which is blue for
so let me get some more facts here. I see you're referring, looks like, ma'am, to some emails. Elijah, please, ma'am, give your whole folder, all of the emails.
Of course, yes.
To my bailiff, so I can take a look at what you are looking at. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. Delicious Delights. This is the name of your company?
Correct, yes.
Okay, great. We take pride in delivering high-quality baked goods. Great. We do regret to inform you that refunds are not offered. Okay, so you have a no refund policy once it's ordered and payment has been initiated.
Yes, or once it's ordered, yes.
Once it's ordered, really,
yes,
that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the initial confirmation, April 16th. We're delighted to confirm your order for the gender reveal. Great. Okay, so this is the first change. So this is April 22nd. This is coming from the plaintiff to the defendant. You originally wanted a sheet cake, I understand that, but you wanted to now go to a 2-layer cake.
Yes.
And you wanted cream cheese frosting as the filling.
Correct.
Okay. Now it looks like a week after that, we get another change. Thanks for accommodating my request. I have one more, key on one more, y'all heard that, a courtroom, to adjust on the gender reveal cake. Can you make the outside of the cake white and decorated with pearls? You say, sure. No problem. We'll make it white with beautiful pearls, add a touch of elegance, still be ready for pickup. So this cake was always going to be picked up, correct?
Correct.
Third and final change. Here we go. Last change request. Subject title. After discussing with my daughter, we have a final request. Could you add a chocolate drizzle on the top of the cake, ma'am? Okay, it's her favorite.
It's her favorite.
Okay. And then this is where you say, okay, we'll add the chocolate drizzle. It'll still be ready for pickup on May 7th. We're happy to accommodate this last change, but we do ask that this be the final adjustment to ensure, and this is what it says, ma'am, that we meet your expectations and timelines effectively. And you got this communication as well, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what happened after this, ma'am? I'm going to ask you.
So I show up at noon.
On May 7th.
On May 7th to pick up the cake.
Okay.
I'm waiting and waiting and waiting.
How long did you wait, ma'am?
I would say 4 to 5 minutes.
Okay, that's customary. Go ahead.
Then she comes back and says, oh, okay, let me get your cake. And she goes back. And this time it takes a little longer. I can't quite see what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on back there. But probably after 7 more minutes, she comes back with a cake in a box.
Okay. And what do we? I heard we have some photos of the cake.
So I do have a photo of the cake.
So this is the cake.
Correct.
Okay, so we see the chocolate drizzle, we see the pearls, but why am I looking at pink cake?
The customer gave very specific design instructions for her special event order. I understand that you want your family celebration to be very exciting. You want your guests to love the cake design and the taste. However, adding too many complex details can cause serious communication errors. The workers might misunderstand your request and ruin the final product. But a professional bakery must deliver what the customer pays for. If a shop accepts a serious order for a gender reveal event, they must make sure that the correct color is placed inside the cake. It does not matter if the inner color is blue or pink. If you deliver the wrong color to the entire event is totally ruined. The buyer might as well purchase a cheap cake from a supermarket, so it does not matter how many extra details were requested here. I strongly believe that the customer deserves to get all her money back. The shop failed to provide the single most important detail for her. Imagine hosting an active celebration with your closest family and friends. People spend real money buying gifts based on the big surprise reveal. Then the newborn baby arrives and the biological gender is completely different. The cake revealed the pink inside when it should have been bright blue. If your business makes these massive errors on a regular basis, then you should completely stop selling gender reveal products to customers. This mistake is way worse than just using a slightly wrong color. You cannot tell the disappointed client to just sit down and eat. In my final opinion on this case, I must repeat myself clearly. The angry mother definitely deserves a full refund from the bakery. Will we will have to see how the judge decides the case.
Because you have
That is
a boy,
a great
right?
question, Your Honor. I've ordered a blue cake. That's why we're here.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So this is where I come in. It was all of the changes. She asked for all of those changes. Customarily, we do offer those cakes, the gender reveal cakes, in a round cake. That's like our most.
Okay, is that what this is?
Yes, it's our
Okay.
most popular. But she originally had a
sheet cake.
Yes.
But then
correct,
she went
sheet
to a
cake.
two-layer cake.
Yes.
And is
And
that to
so-
be construed as round or no?
It's round. Yes.
So that was, you want it round. You didn't have a problem.
Yeah.
The only thing you have a problem with is the color.
Is the color.
Okay.
Yes, we went to a round double cake so that when we cut it and pulled it out, people could really see the reveal.
I understand because it's more saturated color.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct, yes. But the problem comes when that's our most popular cake, so I'm sure the miscommunication or mix-up came after like we got that cake. So because that is our most popular.
Okay.
Yeah, but at no time did I talk about.
Ms. Rodstrom, I will speak to you in a moment, but I'm asking rather this defendant questions right now. So you're saying, if I understand this, the reason that this gender reveal was effectively ruined, because the whole point of a gender reveal is this part right here, right? It's this moment. Everybody show up, dress nice for this moment to say pink or blue, girl or boy. And this was blue boy the whole time, but for the fact that she made so many other changes, you're telling the court,
Correct,
that at
yeah.
this point, there was just kind of confusion in your place of business as related to the deliverable.
And this is the first time it's happened. Normally, it's all right. And we did offer to replace the cake. I know the moment had gone, but she still wanted to document this on Instagram and Facebook and what other pictures she may want to take. We offered to bring the cake immediately, and she refused.
Okay, ma'am, do you have a receipt of how much you paid for this?
The baker truly believes that delivering a second cake later can fix her massive mistake. It makes absolutely no logical sense to bring the wrong product to a big event. The family cut open the cake and it showed pink inside instead of bright blue. Everyone at the party immediately celebrated because they thought it was the baby girl. You cannot just show up afterwards with the blue cake and say everything is fine. The main purpose of the entire celebration is to surprise of the initial big reveal. It is completely ruined if you try to make it a joke or a prank. The business owner thinks that she can just fix the problem with the quick replacement. But the damage is already done because the surprise moment is totally over now. You cannot turn back the clock or wipe away the memories of the guests, guys.
Folder, give your folder, please, to
Here you go.
Elijah. My. Okay. Okay, so this was the other aspects of the event. So this is the gender reveal decorations, the theme, the sign. You spent $500 on that.
Correct.
All right, so when Grandma says she was going all out, she was going all out. I do see $246 for the cake itself. This is your fee, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
And this is the layered cake with the chocolate drizzle and all of that. All right, so this is kind of unfortunate here, ma'am. But I have a question for you, Ms. Rodstrom. The gender reveal happens, the cake cutting proceeds, and to everybody's, and only you and the mother and the parents knew that this was supposed to be blue,
I'm the
right?
only one who knew the.
Oh, even the parents didn't know?
No.
So they thought they were having a little baby girl. Well, that's unfortunate. So you had to be the bearer of bad news, I guess.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so how did that go?
Well, I waited for 2 minutes for everyone to stop hugging and crying out of excitement. Then I took her and her boyfriend aside and let them know that the cake was the wrong color and they were indeed having a boy. She was already emotional, was much more upset. They decided I would tell everyone there what happened. So while everyone is excited, I get their attention and tell them the cake should have been blue, that they're having a boy instead. It was incredibly awkward. They're still happy for them, as you can imagine, but it's just ruined the entire thing.
Well, you know, if this was anything else, Miss Smith, you know, I would chalk this up to a good faith mistake. But this gender thing, people take this very seriously. You know, to the point, I don't know if you guys have been following the news cycle, but there's like a whole grief movement around gender disappointment. Has anybody heard of this thing? Gender disappointment, yeah.
Some parents feel deep sadness when they discover the baby's actual gender. They spend thousands of dollars hosting a giant gender reveal celebration. Then they act incredibly upset because the results were completely unexpected. But everyone must realize that a baby's gender is totally random. It does not matter if it is a boy or a girl. Parents should only care that the newborn is healthy and safe. We now live in a very modern and changing world today. People can choose how they want to raise their child now. Crying over a baby's gender shows your life is too easy. If you can pay your bills and have a nice home, and your partner spends lots of money on big party, then complaining about the baby's gender is a very silly problem. This type of dramatic behavior is honestly quite sad to see.
We all like to say, oh, we just want a healthy baby, but that's, you know, that'd be a lie sometimes. Sometimes folks want a girl,
The dad
or
wants
folks want a boy.
wants a son, yeah.
That's it. And if it's not this or that, and then they mess around and find out that they were excited and celebrating a little mini me. We live in a Barbie era. They're all excited. They're having their little mini Barbie. Just kidding. Joke's on you. It's actually a boy. And so this kind of has an emotional impact, Miss Smith, that I'm sure you can appreciate, correct?
Yes, of course, Your Honor. We definitely understand that, and we were.
Okay, so what was the offer? What was your, as a business owner, right? The outcomes fall on you, good or bad, right? So I appreciate even the plaintiff here who brought you to court and is suing you said you have an excellent business reputation. And so therefore, when you fall short, even if it's a mistake, you got to ride with that, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so what did you offer to make this right for your client here?
We did offer, in the moment, we offered to bring out a new cake.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you were going to bring a new blue cake on site?
The business owner thinks a replacement cake is enough to fix the major mistake. My honest opinion is that if you make a special gender reveal cake and you deliver a product that has the wrong inner color, then the entire special event is completely ruined for the family. No one can enjoy the surprise announcement at the party anymore. Therefore, you must give them a complete refund for the bad cake. There should also be extra money paid for the other party damages. The bakery needs to pay more because the event was a total failure. The parents lost their one chance because the cake color was wrong. I believe this lady is just making up cheap excuses now. She will definitely have to pay much more than she thought.
Ms. Rockstrom?
Yes, it is, which I thought was ridiculous because everyone knew already now what the gender was. We'd already done the cake and it was wrong.
Well, I do understand, but she does have a point around the social media assets. You know, the reality is nothing is just for the moment anymore, much to my dismay.
I agree. However, my daughter was so distraught, she wasn't interested in that.
So she was upset.
Yes. I'm not interested in the social media aspect, I must say.
Yeah, but
my
they are.
daughter was absolutely so excited and then devastated.
Was she sad when she found out now that it was a boy?
No, I think they were happy either way, but she was sad not to get
the moment,
because it had been almost a 6-year journey.
I understand that. Well, you know, again, this is actually a little bit more complicated than it looks on the onset of this case, Ms. Smith, because you can't get that moment back, right?
Right. No, I agree. So I tried to reconcile that and bring her a new cake, and she refused.
Yeah, but you understand the moment had passed at that point, right?
Yes, I do. But there's still, I mean, social media lives forever, right? So, I mean, there's always that. I was trying to do whatever I could. This was the first time that this happened.
You were not trying to do whatever you could.
Oh, well, hold on now, Ms. Rochester, because you're not suggesting that this was intentional, are you?
No, but Your Honor, I would say that when I called her a few minutes later after this happened,
how was her attitude?
not
she a
flippant,
holi-
but she didn't really care. She didn't care the way we cared.
No, she's not gonna care how you care, ma'am, but does she care as a business owner? She cares.
Let us be completely honest about this situation, guys. This woman does not care about her customers at all. She only cares about her bakery and nothing else. She likes making, baking, and eating different sweets and treats. I mean, that is the only one thing on her mind. If she truly cared about proper business customer service, she would have a given complete refund instantly. But she chose to refuse giving the money back. When you look at her expression, you can tell. She does not feel sorry for this mistake. She simply does not care about the damage done. I cannot understand how she thinks a new cake helps. A replacement cake does not solve the big problem, guys. Someone needs to explain the reality to this shop owner.
Refund for the cake at first.
Right, and she said we don't offer refunds.
Is that true? Hold on
Which-
now.
Yes, she knew that from the beginning. Yes.
Yes, but at some point you recognize that this is also a non-customary mistake on your part.
Yes. So we
Right.
did offer her a refund as well. and
Okay,
she
but this is
refused that.
important because I'm about to go ahead and
Yes.
rule on this matter. Initially, you refused the refund, but then you came around to give the refund.
Yes. Correct.
After I threatened to leave a bad review on her Yelp website. It wasn't until after I threatened bad reviews and talking to people that she offered a refund.
That wasn't the reason.
So what was the reason, ma'am?
The reason I felt bad, this was our first time,
Okay.
the first time this has happened, and I
Okay.
felt really bad because I know how important it was to you.
Okay. Okay. So you offered the refund. Did you take the refund, or what happened?
By the time she offered the refund, I was so angry, I wanted her to pay for the whole party.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ladies.
Some people might call the crazy for thinking this. I believe the business should pay for the entire event. They completely ruined the main point of the celebration. The whole goal was to reveal the baby's gender. They cut the cake and the wrong color came out. If you ruin that moment, you ruin the whole party. So the judge needs to make them pay for everything. They must pay more than just the cost of cake. If the judge agrees, then the judge is completely wrong. What do you guys think about this court case situation? Should the bakery pay for the whole party or not? Should they just refund the money for the bad cake or not? I don't know.
Ladies, this has been an interesting little roller coaster of a fact-finding mission today in court. I think I've decided what I want to do. I don't want to disrespect or dismiss the importance of your work, but in a bakery, I don't know how many times there's opportunities for something to have stakes as emotionally high as we see here in this case, right? So there was a huge impact here. At the same time, Ms. Rostrom, I do appreciate your daughter's infertility journey. I love that now you have a beautiful, healthy grandson that you now get to celebrate and raise, and I'm sure he'll have birthdays and celebrations, that you can continue to show up as the wonderful grandmother you clearly are. You spent $500 on the party itself. Then you spend an extra $246 on the cake. Here's what I'm going to do. I think it goes without question to everybody listening to this case that this $246 has to be returned to you immediately. That's a no-brainer. The question is, what do we do about this $500 that you did spend to celebrate the gender reveal that was effectively ruined? I'm going to argue, Ms. Smith, that you got to wear some of this, because you did make a mistake. Now, I understand your argument. Well, there were so many changes. There were a lot of changes, but you accommodated them. After one change, I would have told this client, ma'am, if it's one more change, you need to find another baker. You know, but you didn't do that. You accommodated to the point where maybe your staff overlooked the most important detail, which is the color of the cake, hence the gender reveal. So that ultimately is on you. But ultimately, it wasn't on you to spend $500 on decorations, theme signs, backdrops, confetti, and table decor. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the $246 for the cake, and I'm going to allow you two to split evenly. So I'm going to have you two ladies split that $500 expense evenly. $250 you pay for, $250 you pay for, you pay for the cake. I'm ruling for the plaintiff, but not for the full amount asked. The plaintiff is getting $496. That is my ruling.
Judge Ebony has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $496.
I agree with the judge's decision on this court case. The judge made a very smart choice because of one main reason. You cannot host a special gender reveal event. If the cake is made with the wrong internal color, the bakery should probably pay even more than just half the money. But giving half the money back is a good start. The family could have spent thousands of dollars on this big party. The bakery does not have to pay for the whole event, but offering a replacement cake is not a good fix. They cannot just say take photos for your social media. If you think that solves the problem, you are totally wrong. I am shocked your business is successful with this bad service. A good business owner must understand this simple point. Fixing the cake later does not fix the ruined party. The special surprise moment is already completely gone. The pregnant mother is now very sad and highly emotional. You cannot change the past, and this only happens once.